A lot of the things that you're saying are things that I
You can repeat them all. You can repeat them all. Just hold the mic just so it's classic. Very good.
My brother Jim was an extraordinary man in many ways. He was the firstborn of 7 children on January 17, 1946, in Durham, North Carolina. When Jim was 11, my parents moved the family to Wilton Manors, Florida. Jim was a proud man who lived his life with dignity and respect for others. Anyone that knew Jim will tell you that he was the kindest, most caring and compassionate, generous, sincere, gentle soul they have ever known. He judged no one. He took nothing, and he gave everything. Jim was a shy man and not openly affectionate. Being the gregarious sister that I am, I would literally pour myself over him to express my love. Jim's heart overflowed with love. He was an extraordinarily gentle, loving man. Jim had an extraordinary memory. He worked for the family aviation business for over 50 years. He memorized every N number associated with every airplane. If you wanted to know anyone's contact information, Jim was your man. If you wanted to know anything about the family history, he knew it all. He used to read the encyclopedia in his spare time when growing up and could rattle off anything you wanted to know about anything. He was my Google back then. Jim loved to write. When I moved away from Florida in 1987, Jim sent me 1 letter a week until just recently. He told me every detail of his days at work, and later every detail of his retirement. How he enjoyed riding his bike to the Y and to church and serving cookies and punch after church. The simplest things favored Jim. I already missed receiving his letters. Jim was regarded as a hard-working man with strong work ethics. He took pride in his work and held high standards to his co-workers. He was an extraordinarily ethical man with high morals. Jim loved to travel and came to visit me every year after I moved. I have many fond memories of his visits. He especially loved Disneyland. It was torture for me. He had many friends in California who treated him like family and still regard him as family. Jim wrote about how much he enjoyed the fun times he had with our sister Barb on their road trips. I heard all about him. He loved it. Jim traveled the world, but he was not a worldly man. He was an extraordinarily humble man. Jim enjoyed visiting with family and friends. He and I agreed that a great party starts with good music and lots of food. I'll always remember the slow dance we shared at Martin and Kathy's wedding. Jim even knew how to karaoke. I don't know if y'all knew that. When he came to visit me, we would karaoke, and that always made me smile. He never ceased to amaze me with his hidden talents. Picasso once said, "Artists are those who see the world with their childlike eyes." Jim never stopped seeing the world with his childlike eyes, which is why he always had a pure and joyful heart. We can all learn a lot from Jim. He was a role model for the family and for humanity. He was hated by none and loved by everyone that knew him. His luster for life and gratefulness for the simple things in life was obvious through his positive, loving attitude, his shining spirit, his beautiful smile, and the windows to his soul, his beautiful blue eyes. His good nature and happy spirit will be missed by all who knew him. Jim was authentic and true. My brother Jim was truly an extraordinary man. And I want to add to how much he loved his Redeemer Lutheran family, and how much he loved coming here, and all the friends he made here. He was truly extraordinary.
Thank you, Terri.